Why'd you do that?
Uh, I was kind of scared that they would try to bush cheese us level 1.
Okay. Don't walk that way.
Okay. I mean, usually what happens is me and we always choose to go that way just so we could get to lane faster,
Okay.
and so we could actually try to get level 2 before they do.
Yeah. But you guys should win level 1 anyway. You have a Thresh. Like if they cheese you, Thresh has Ignite. Should be fine. The problem with you warding there is then you're vulnerable for when Lee Sin would be looking to gank. Yeah, if you just left earlier, you wouldn't have had to take this path. Could have just pathed around. Not that big of a deal.
Every little thing counts to me, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Arm up. I like that you're letting them push into you because Kha'Zix is on the other side and Lee Sin is near Scuttle. And you can tell that because Lee Sin went mid and then pathed this way.
That usually I didn't actually even really think about that. I was thinking more of I'd rather just I always do better when they're pushed up more and I could freeze the wave how I like it.
If you had played hyper aggressive level 1, it could have been a problem because Lee Sin started his red, so he could have cheesed you.
One thing I do really want to work on though is we'll always most of the time, like if we ever do end up getting a lead in the bot lane, we never really know how to put it elsewhere on the map.
Yeah.
Like there's like kind of like a very awkward like area in the mid game where we just sit there in mid lane and like not knowing really what to do.
I gotcha. You don't know like where to rotate to.
Yeah, so I mean I really want to learn how to close out games
Yeah.
because I feel like that would kind of help me and my duo partner a lot more.
And then you can flame him if he does it wrong.
We're also on a team too, so we're actually like we're participating in our first like gold league. So we're really trying to get our synergies down better, learn how to actually solo carry games.
Yeah. Since you're duo queued, should I flame when your support does something wrong, or should I just ignore what he's doing entirely?
Honestly, anything that you could tell me or him would be
Alright.
insanely helpful.
Yeah. So, did you let him know that you were planning to ward this bush?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Then yeah, this is really bad by him. There's nothing for him to farm, and he's just being in a vulnerable position for no reason. When he could have just walked back into this bush and waited for you. Yeah, they actually proc his bone plating too because of that, which is really important for him to hold on to. That 45-second cooldown hurts.
Yeah.
So what is our goal now?
Uh, that I don't really know. I would say just keep on farming. Maybe look for dragon pressure would probably be the biggest thing
Yeah.
to go for.
You had a couple options. I think it was maybe a little further back. Yeah, once you came back from warding. So you either can let them push into you, which is possible because it's even minions and it's on their side, so it's going to push back. Or you can just clear the whole thing and then make it reset. One's just a little faster than the other.
It'd be faster. It would be faster to just clear theirs and then have it reset, right?
Yeah, you could do that. It's just either way, you need to be on the same page. So if you want to clear it out, because the main thing that we need to happen is you not be right here. This is a really vulnerable spot to be, and Thresh can't land a pull when he's in the spot because they're just gonna sit under turret. So you guys either need to be on the same page and not touching the minions unless you're last hitting or him last hitting.
Right.
Or you need to both be shoving at him, autoing the minions as well to get it under there. Maybe even use your AoE a little bit. Pushes back, then we can just farm. Good. Page. Actually see if you could have done anything there better. Things good.
Is there any chance that we probably should have disengaged once we got in the flashes?
Yeah. Once Lulu flashed, you guys should have backed up. Which your positioning was fine where you were, but the Thresh went a little bit too far. Took a couple of unnecessary autos. I'm not sure what that gank was.
Yeah, I don't really know what the Kha'Zix was doing either. He did this a couple of times throughout the game where he just kind of strolled into the lane like that.
Yeah.
But that's just, low elo.
I think what it is because now, for whatever reason, junglers are obsessed with ganking bot lane. Because of Drakes, I guess.
Yeah.
So they'll just try to force things when they really can't, just because they're so desperate to try to get the Drake. Yeah. Lee Sin shows up. The only thing that you really could have done about this is you should have told Kha'Zix this is a bad idea. As soon as you see this, and where they are, because Lulu's all the way back here, you should have been pinging him careful and then getting him to go somewhere else, because this is just a waste of his time. And he's also soaking your XP. Bot laners are already struggling enough to get their XP. And
Yeah.
Jungler stealing more. They get the Drake. Obvious. What do we have? Oh, okay, we got a lot. We should be looking to shove this and leave. Good. Didn't quite shove it all the way, but was pretty risky because Lee Sin was still nearby. Actually no. Lulu recalled and you saw that, so you could have pushed it all the way. If you were paying attention to that, then that should have been your option there. Use your Q and just clear it out. Don't like that you bought 2 control wards. Buying 1 is good, don't get me wrong. But 2 is unnecessary because you're going to be recalling relatively soon. It's not like they're just going to immediately clear your control ward, plus Thresh has one too.
Yeah.
And you might get caught in a situation where you need that gold. So it's better just until very late game to hold on to 1 ward at a time. And wow, you actually did that. I screw that up every time.
That's the one thing I actually
Yeah.
really actually know how to do in the bot lane. But I don't really know how I like placing that ward because I feel like it doesn't give me that much vision.
No, it doesn't. So there was really no reason to even do that. It looked nice, don't get me wrong. It doesn't do anything. So if you're gonna throw the ward there, first off, Lee Sin's here, so you're not at a risk to go ward it as long as you wait for Thresh.
Yeah.
Or could have just walked right through here and dropped it.
Yeah.
Really wasn't necessary. You barely get any vision off of that.
Yeah, I always think the better place to put it is where Lulu put hers, right?
Yeah, if possible. Okay, let's see what we could have done here. Messed up the traps a little bit, or did she flash it?
I actually don't know.
Oh no, okay, you just threw it too far.
Yeah.
So I messed up the traps. That's all right. Burn flash. All right though. Maybe you could have W'd her to get away, but with her passive, you probably still would have died. The only real mess up was the miscommunication and you burning flash. If you had flash, you would have lived. Oh boy. Rest in peace, Thresh.
Yeah, this Yasuo became a very big problem to deal with.
That was actually really good though. Yasuo burned both of his summoner spells just for Thresh. That was really bad on his part. He didn't have to burn flash there. Okay. Wait. Really not have enough gold to buy anything?
I don't think so. I don't think I had that much.
No, I guess not. No, don't do that. Don't.
Don't ward the alcove?
Yeah, no, don't.
Okay. Saying that might. What are the better places to ward in the bot lane?
So first off, part of the problem with the alcove ward is Lee Sin's visible,
Yeah.
but he can't
But-
cheese you.
Yeah, that's just my bad map awareness. That is something I do need to work on.
But also, you know where both of them are. You don't need the ward in the alcove. And if you were going to ward anywhere, it would be here, because they're going to have to path through here to get to that alcove spot. And this could also help with if Lee Sin was trying to lane gank. But really, I think this would be a better ward than that.
Okay.
Unless Thresh was gonna ward it, and then sure, maybe you could ward here. And plate, good.
Something I'm also curious about is what's the better item to build now for ADCs? Is it Storm Razor or is it IE or is it still just champion? Like it just depends on what champion you're playing.
Depends on champ. I can't get too specific on that because I'm a top laner.
Yeah.
So items are not my specialty when it comes to ADC.
Okay.
I can help with laning and macro, but items I don't really know. Ooh.
I feel like that's another moment where we should have just disengaged.
Yeah. I'm also not sure what this was about. We're just killing our wards. Because Thresh could be getting vision here. It could be getting deep vision. Or putting here. Really, or it's a real waste of potential vision.
Okay.
Shouldn't need any more than maybe one in the lane bushes. So we get Lulu Flash, and then yeah, you overstay a little bit. Yasuo shows up. Yep. I like that you warded there to protect from
Getting dove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything was good. Well, at least okay. Until this point. So Thresh is coming back. Bot lane. Did we actually see them recall? Yeah, we have a ward. Saw Ashe recall. Saw Lulu recall. Why are we not pushing it all the way? Oh, wait, does it go all the way? Never mind. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, yeah.
So we should have pushed it more.
Yeah, absolutely. You could have gotten at least one plate, potentially two. You also could have gotten the Drake, but Lee Sin was there, so that wasn't an option. But if Lee Sin hadn't killed Kha'Zix, you could have done that because the bot lane couldn't have stopped you. But really, you just need to be looking to shove the wave and back because you got over 1,500, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So once I get 1,500, I should always be looking for recall.
Well, even less than that. Just an important component of your build is what you're really looking for. Whenever you have a significant spike. Whether it be boots or BF sword or whatever.
Okay. Was there anything in that team fight that I could have done better?
I didn't pay attention because you won it. Let me look. Okay.
Because I know, like, I remember this team fight very well. I knew it was just kind of a mess because we didn't win it, or at least I don't think we did.
Oh, well, you walked into the Ashe arrow. That was the first issue. Yeah. Yeah. So you wasted flash because your positioning was bad. So this is really important as an ADC.
Where would have been a better place to
I'm,
position
I'm getting to
for?
that.
Okay.
So watch how you walk up during this fight. You see that?
Yeah.
You were in auto attack range the entire time, but you walked all the way into melee range with Ashe. So you always need to be maximizing how far away you are from your opponents, especially with fish bones, because you can outrange them.
Yeah.
So you should be looking to auto step back, maybe walk forward if they step back, but dance with them a little bit.
Okay.
Always maximizing that range. That's typically what gets ADCs killed in fights, is because they walk too close during the middle of the fight.
Yeah, I realize that I've been doing that a lot. I've had a past game where I went up against a Jax who could literally just top on me, or Yasuo, and I really am just out of the fight.
I like that we're pushing the turret, but I'm pretty sure you had a ward up. There. You did. Gotta have it there.
Okay.
Now, an exception to this would be if you already knew where Lee Sin was. Then you could do it. Don't know if we have vision of Yasuo. Okay, Yasuo was here. Lulu reset. Yeah, Yasuo could have definitely roamed too. So if you're gonna do that, you have to have the vision.
So we should always be like having the vision there when we're pushing.
Yes. Yeah. If you're not gonna push, then you don't have to have it there, obviously. But when you're gonna be extended this far, you need to have that vision. And melee range again. Yeah. Could have been stepping here, stepping back, and you would have made the Lee Sin want to kill himself if you did it properly. But it's very hard to do properly. So you may need to practice it in practice tool or something. Just moving and staying in the correct auto range.
Yeah.
That's why I play Garen, because I don't have to deal with that. I just hit E and it does it for me. So, where we've hit mid game and we're confused on rotations.
Yeah.
So, first turret is down. Woohoo. But mid lane is not where we need to be headed. They're not taking this turret. Oriana's heading back mid. If you go mid right now, we have the problem of all three of you splitting XP.
Yeah.
So what we need to have happen is we need to get set to go bottom, and then both of you go top. So why do I want you both top?
For Herald or Baron pressure?
Yeah, for Herald. Which ideally you would both be mid if you could get Set to go bottom and Oriana to go top. But I feel that's really optimistic. So
Yeah.
that's why I said if you could get Set to go bottom, then you two could go top. Because either way, as long as you're close to Herald, it's not that big of a deal. Now, when Drake comes up in a minute and a half, you're going to have to be around mid or bottom by that point. It shouldn't take you that long, though, to pressure this turret, especially against a Darius.
Another question I do have too. I don't know if you could help me with this part either, but champions that would be better for me to be playing. Because I don't know if I'm playing maybe like maybe I should like start picking up Ashe or maybe champions that have a little bit more like simpler play style.
Let me actually look at your Open.gg again.
Because I've been playing a lot of Aphelios, Draven.
Yeah.
Don't. We don't even need to talk about the Vayne games I played. My Vayne games are the way I build Vayne is already the problem.
Oh lord. Yeah. I mean, if you at least need to decrease the amount of different champions. It shouldn't be any more than like 3 that I'm seeing, maybe 4. But it's okay if you want to play Draven or Vayne, but if you're gonna do Draven or Vayne, you need to be one tricking.
Okay.
If you want to go the simple champions route like I did,
Yeah.
then yeah, it should be like Jinx, Sivir, something like that. You know, it doesn't really matter that much when it comes to climbing, as long as you know what you're doing on the champion and work on everything else. Because macro is gonna be way more important anyway.
Okay.
As long as you just don't have to hyper focus on your 1v1s, then you're okay. Like if you get hard tunnel vision as Vayne, then don't play Vayne.
Okay.
Basically. Rule. Yeah. Back to this. So, and Set even starts to walk mid lane. You had a perfect opportunity to go top. You didn't even have to say anything. Set looks very confused. I have no idea what this man's doing. Oh boy. I'm not a fan of this. It works. But it was very risky. Oh. Problem with this play is they have 4 people. You guys have 3. Was a good ult combination though.
I'm pretty sure my ult is actually blocked by Yasuo's wind wall.
I didn't actually see your ult. Try again. Okay, wait. It must have hit the wall because I'm having a hard time seeing it. I don't know if it's because Spectate isn't showing it or if I'm just blind.
Like it goes off and then literally it like disappears.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah. You see that animation for it? So this is where I wanted to recall because I was able to. I had enough money to buy Zeal, I think. Yeah,
You had a lot of gold. You could have
yeah.
bought Zeal and boots. Um,
But they wanted me to stay to do Dragon.
uh-huh. So, Dragon would have been a good idea if the enemy team wasn't able to respawn. But because you had to wait 24 more seconds after this point, you don't do Dragon here. You just reset as you wanted to.
Okay.
Ignore what they're saying, ping them careful. You can't control it anyway. As Darius says TP, Darius is far stronger than Set. In general, your team is behind. You shouldn't be taking a 5v5 Drake. You're also behind. Yes, you're ahead by 30 CS, but because you haven't spent your gold, you're thoroughly behind. Yeah. This was probably your biggest misstep, was not telling the Kazakhs it's a bad idea. Really need Set bottom and Orion top. But I'm not gonna see it, am I?
You're not. I honestly I think you're gonna see us just sitting 5-man in the mid lane for the next 15 minutes until we lose.
The Fiesta. Okay. Doing. So, we killed 2 of them. We can run the enemy team over. So, you need to be either taking top turret, which would be great because you're already there, or at least shoving out mid, and then looking to get vision on Baron. Anything but what you're doing right now, pretty much. Just walking around aimlessly. Because you're not getting XP, you're not getting gold. Well, you will get gold because Darius entered. That should not have happened. Please don't go Baron. Please don't. Oh, no. No. Okay. Good, we stopped. So, why did I not want you to do Baron there?
Kha'Zix was dead.
Yeah. Yeah, Kha'Zix was dead, Lee Sin was up.
Lee Sin was, but yeah.
Uh-huh.
We also didn't reset either.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, how much... Yeah, but you were sitting on a little bit, but Oriana had over 2,000. He hadn't reset. Yeah. Ooh, you got the Yasuo in there, though.
Yeah, I still think that was just bad positioning still, right? Just because I was in the auto range of that Ashe before anybody else.
It was a bad fight in general. As soon as you saw this, you should have ran. There's no way you win this fight. You guys are getting slaughtered. Because Oriana didn't have ult, she had no mana. Let me look at position. Okay.
I think it was. Well, I think it is just a split focus.
Partially. Yeah, you should have been autoing Yasuo. As soon as he ulted, you should have switched targets. So, right. Get that. Then, yeah, right here. Focus him. Because then if you focus him, you increase your attack speed with your passive and movement speed. It would have made it much easier to kill the Ashe. And or Lucian. Not Lucian. Lulu. Positioning wasn't quite as bad there, though. That's just Ashe slow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we hover around mid again.
Yeah, which you guys should be mid. We should have Orianna bot set top, ideally. Because you want to be able to go to both objectives.
Uh,
Or,
is there a way to counteract, like, say if they're already like they like at this point I'm pretty sure I thought to myself, okay, they're pretty far ahead. They could really just ram it and run us down.
uh-huh.
Is there anything that we can counter like that kind of like play style? Like how can we stop them from 5-manning it down mid?
You just play play back and wave clear. Is what you
Okay.
have to do. It's gonna be very difficult against their comp because they have an Ashe and Lee Sin,
Yeah.
which is really good at getting picks. But mostly it's just gonna be scaling up and not splitting XP all the time, catching waves, stuff like that. Also, you could be looking to get picks if you set up vision around here, then Thresh could land a pull or something, make it a 5v4. That's typically how you're going to come back in this kind of game. Like, yes, here, if we had a control ward, this would be good. Try to catch someone that went to go ward. The problem is, you guys are visible. So it's very pointless. Because this.
Yeah.
Standing in the bush doesn't do anything. And
Yeah. I'm pretty sure at this point this is where my duo partner said that we have to go for it because it is the Infernal Soul.
yeah. He's not wrong on that. Problem is you got caught in a chain of stuff. Yeah. Not a whole lot you can do about that.
I mean, would it have been better to just not take the fight?
Absolutely. Yeah, once the fight started, it was bad. Well, you have to take the fight eventually. Because
Yeah.
it is the soul. This is something you gotta put up with. Especially against their comp, Infernal Soul is really, really good. Because they're all damage. But first thing is we knew they hit the plant. You saw they hit the plant. You got all sparkly. We should have been backing up and waiting for one of them to walk up. Also, by this point, a really long time ago to be honest, you should have gotten a blue trinket.
Okay.
Reason being, because it would make it to where you can safely check where they are. And if you go and use your yellow trinket, you're dead. So pretty much every game is ADC, you're going to be looking to get blue trinket, simply because if you get caught somewhere trying to ward, you're going to die.
Okay.
Now they get soul. We all cry a little bit and then decide, in order to get rid of our upset people, we're just gonna go and fight them. Which Darius almost won there, that could have been bad. Recall. Please don't start this Baron. Okay. This would be good if we had more vision. That was pretty risky. But that's the kind of thing that we should be looking to do in order to come back in this game.
Is like for picks like that?
Yes. Yes. All about vision. Good. And we go mid. Clear the waves. Items.
So is us being the 5 in the mid lane, was this a good call to have? Okay.
So you're not gonna be fighting soon, at least you shouldn't be. The goal should be to get someone to go clear the wave top lane, because then they have to go and catch the wave or they're gonna lose turret, and then you make a fight during that window when they're going to catch the wave. Because it'll be 5v4. It'll probably be Darius that go and catches it.
And if there's no one to, like, if no one does it, should me and my support go do it, or should I just put in the chat, like, be like, okay, someone
Ping
needs to go up top
assistance.
and push that wave?
Just ping assistance. If you have to, ping they're alive, whichever champ, and then ping assistance to get them to go catch it. And then ping careful on the lane that you're in until they come back.
Okay.
See if we get in melee range. We do. Wasn't quite as bad because Yasuo dashes, but was closer than we had to be. And then game's pretty much over after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got notes / things that you can work on, but
Okay.
before I show them to you, do you have any questions or something you want to relook at?
No, I don't think so. I think I was actually pretty, like, informative, the stuff that I can be changing.